stick with this topic. Let's stay on the border. More than 2.5 million migrants have crossed into the United States this year alone. That's the highest number on record for a single year. The government is hoping AI and other cutting-edge technology could be the solution that fixes the border crisis. The government is deploying autonomous surveillance towers, some of which are outfitted with artificial intelligence, from California to Texas. It builds what some have called a virtual wall. So for more on this and an explanation, let's bring in the president for the National Border Patrol Council, Brandon Judd. Brandon, thank you for being with us this morning. You know, when I first heard the phrase virtual border wall, it honestly rendered me a bit speechless because I can't wrap my head around it or what that means. How does this work?
There's a lot of different technology that we deploy that will allow us to detect individuals that cross our borders illegally. What you're looking at is you're looking at specific cameras that are put in specific areas that will allow us to detect, and it will this AI. So there's a lot of different technology on the border. We have remote video surveillance. We've got mobile surveillance cameras. And now you're looking at AI, which would then allow us to not have to have a person behind a camera. This would be a self-serving camera that would do it itself. But Markie, I've got to tell you that what I believe that's happening is we're putting the cart before the horse. We're taking taxpayer dollars and we're putting something into, we're putting more technology out there, but we're not having the manpower that's necessary to take these individuals into custody. What Ali just reported on is we're looking at gotaways because we just don't have the personnel to deal with the sheer numbers. So what we've got to have first is we've got to have policy. If we have policy which doesn't cost the taxpayer anything, then we can look at what other technology do we need and how will that technology enhance our operations, rather than just counting the gotaways or the people that are able to evade apprehension.
Yeah, because I was going to say, you know, our actual border wall, what we have of it, it's not cutting it. We don't have enough agents to protect the border. You and I have talked about that countless times on this program. And oftentimes all they can do is watch the migrants cross over. How confident are you that autonomous towers will truly make any sort of difference in alleviating the crisis, even if it is just counting the gotaways?
Yeah, right now it won't do anything. Again, I believe that all we're doing is we're taking taxpayer dollars and we're throwing it into a black hole. What we have to be able to do is we have to be able to take people into custody that want to evade apprehension. We have to be able to go after the cartels' profits. If we can go after their profits, then we can shut their businesses down. But we can't do that if people continue to evade apprehension and they're able to make it into the United States. The cartels understand that all they have to do is flood our resources, pull our agents out of the field, create artificial gaps. It's great that we have Texas DPS that's helping us right now, but we don't have New Mexico DPS, we don't have Arizona DPS, nor do we have California DPS. So we don't have in other states where governors aren't willing to try to help the federal government, we just don't have those resources. So although it's great in Texas, we don't have it in the other 3 border states.
Yeah, you've been stretched thin for years and in some places just stretched completely bare. The other thing I was thinking about as I was reading about these AI towers, these surveillance towers have 360-degree pan radars, sensors that can scan for miles. I've spent a lot of time at the border talking to families who have lived there for generations on ranches and land. Are there any privacy concerns coming from those residents along the border about this virtual wall?
The vast majority of people that I speak with, they welcome this type of technology. Okay. Because what it does is it cuts down the number of people that are going to cross across their land, cut their fences, cut their water lines, disrupt their agricultural production. So they welcome this because it's going to keep that dangerous element off of their lands.
Okay, yeah, completely makes sense. Well, Brandon Judd, thank you so much for hopping on with us on Morning in America.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.